24.
Green and gold, you could ask for more.
Green and gold, you could ask for more.
Press, halt.
All uniform personnel, attention. Halt. Honor guard, oath the colors.
Stand by. Color. Attend. Carry. Color. Ready. Color.
All uniform personnel, present. Halt.
Present.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Prepare to post the colors. Order. Color. Post.
Order. Halt.
Color. Present. Order. Right turn. March.
All uniform personnel, at ease.
Please be seated.
Press. Seats.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for class 1137 at the United States Border Academy. I'm Assistant Chief Petrologist Luke Farah, and I will serve as Master of Ceremonies. At this time, I would like to introduce the on-stage ceremony party. Starting on my left, are Jason D. Owens, Chief Patrol Agent, United States Border Patrol Academy, and Robert E. Smoot, Program Specialist, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. I would also like to recognize the staff members of the United States Border Patrol Academy that were instrumental in the success of this session. Some of these staff members could not be present today as they are busy instructing other sessions. For those staff members who are present, please stand as I call your name and remain standing. From the Operations Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Cully Knowlton and Eric Gonzalez. In the Spanish Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Francisco Ayala and Border Patrol Agents Martin Torres Gonzalez and Edwin E. Soto. The Physical Techniques Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Raul Macias and Border Patrol Agents Michael J. Valdez and Joel Simons. In the Firearms Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Harold J. Brooks and Border Patrol Agent Christopher Lyle Scoflair. In the Driver Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Mario C. Rodriguez and Carter S. Brazell. In the Tactics Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Leonel Marquez. From the Office of Chief Counsel and Attorney Instructor, James G. Wilson and Elizabeth D. Long. And our training technician, Ingrid Sparrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Class 1137. Thank you all for a job well done. Please be seated. Each graduating class selects one of its members to address the audience during the graduation ceremony. Class 1137 has selected Border Patrol Agent Wyatt Evans, who will now come forward to address the audience. Ready?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for session 1137 of the Border Patrol Academy. My name is Wyatt Evans, and I was given the honor of speaking for my class. To begin, I would like to thank our distinguished guests, Chief Patrol Agent Jason D. Owens and Robert Smoot. It is an honor to have you here with us today. I'd also like to thank all of our families and friends who are watching us via live stream right now. Although exigent circumstances kept you from being here with us today, we appreciate you all watching us as we take our final step to become Border Patrol agents. On October 23rd, 2019, yes, it was that long ago, 46 of us were greeted on a bus by our instructors, Mr. Knowlton and Mr. Lukasinski. Before we stepped off the bus, Mr. Knowlton warned us that we were about to be placed in a high-stress situation. What followed was exactly that. Hours of frantically trying to follow commands and learning how to work as a team. Beginning from that very first morning, we've been lucky to have known Mr. Knowlton. His only requests were that we look sharp, be loud, and be proud to be here. While those requests were simple, our ability to follow those requests showed our attention to detail and our desire to be at this academy. Also, thank you to Mr. Lukasinski for making sure we were always squared away with our equipment and with our administrative issues. We would have been lost without your guidance. Class 1137 would also like to give a special congratulations to Mr. Knowlton. Although you could not be here with us today, it was an honor to be your last graduating class here at the Academy. We'd also like to thank all the instructors who picked up the reins in our last few weeks and helped guide us through this unprecedented time in FLETC. We'd like to thank our physical techniques instructors, Mr. Macias, Mr. Rivera, for teaching us to push our bodies past what we believe to be our own limits, and giving us the physical skills to effectively handle whatever situation might present itself. Although you may have sprayed us with OC, shot at us with pepper balls, incapacitated us with a taser, we still appreciate everything you did for us. Most of us will forever be scarred by the numbers 3 and 4, but I know that all of us will never again be able to enjoy steak night without thinking of Mr. Macias, because in his book, every night is steak night. We'd also like to thank Mr. Velez and Mr. Sines for giving us some of the best workouts some of us will ever have in our lives. Mr. Velez was with us from the beginning, and when he left to return to his duty station, it was a tough loss to bear, but Mr. Science came in and helped us finish strong. We spent most of our time here with the PT department, and our PT instructors have helped mold us into being the most effective agents we can be. To our firearms instructors, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Scoflair, we'd like to thank you for showing us how to effectively fire the H&K P2000 handgun with control, precision, and speed. Many of us came to this academy with little to no firearms experience, and we all completed training and qualified with multiple different firearms because of your expertise. I'd also like to thank our Spanish instructors, Mr. Ayala and Mr. Torres. All of us are going to stations along the southern border, and the ability to speak Spanish is essential to our jobs. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school and 1 year in college, and I learned more Spanish here at this academy than I did in all those courses combined. Teaching a new language to someone is a daunting task. Our instructors accomplished that task. Thank you, gentlemen. As Border Patrol agents, we will spend a lot of time in vehicles, and our driving instructors, Mr. Brazell and Mr. Rodriguez, helped us to become proficient in operating them and how to safely conduct the activities of a Border Patrol agent in a vehicle. Some of us may have developed a slight anxiety towards orange cones during that NEVO course, but I know I speak for many of my classmates when I say that the experiences and input of our driving instructors will be vital to our safety and success throughout our careers. Lastly, Class 1137 would like to thank our tactics instructors, Mr. Rios and Mr. Meza. We only spent the last month here working with them, but it was some of the most valuable training we had here at this academy. They helped us apply all that we have learned in the other departments into reality-based scenarios where we were able to fine-tune all our skills. It is one thing to learn each thing individually, but another to put it all together into one cohesive package. Tactics is one of the most hands-on departments we had here at this academy, and we are appreciative for the experience that we were given with each scenario we had. It is invaluable. We may be graduating 3 months later than our original graduation date, and we might be one of the first classes to be able to experience all 4 seasons of beautiful Artesia, but we are graduating nonetheless. COVID-19 changed a lot, but as all good agents do, we rolled with the punches, took the hand that was dealt to us, and persevered to get ourselves onto this stage. Today we graduated as Class 1137, standing 34 strong. We may have lost some along the way. This academy is not easy, and the title of Border Patrol agent is not given, it is earned. We all have very different backgrounds. Some of us from California, some of us from areas of the East Coast, such as Connecticut and New York, some from the Pacific Northwest, some from Puerto Rico. Let's just say Texas is very well represented in 1137. The jobs we all worked here before varied greatly as well. We were teachers, mechanics, shoe salesmen, prior law enforcement. We all came with different reasons for being here. Family in the patrol, desire to have a long and lasting fulfilling career, an urge to defend and protect this great country. But for my classmates in prior law enforcement, I'm pretty sure it's just because they heard the BP uniforms were green. No matter our differences, we came together as one class. We all had each other's backs. We quickly found our strengths and weaknesses as individuals, and we would help those who needed help in the areas where we were strong, and we would seek help in the areas in which we were weaker. In the last 9 months, we've become a family of brothers and sisters. We may be scattering to all different parts of the southern border, but we will never cease to be a part of Class 1137. As Border Patrol agents, we may often work alone, but one thing that this academy has taught us is that we will never be truly alone. The Border Patrol family is strong, and we watch out for our own. We're proud to be joining that family, and we're proud to be graduating today as Class 1137. Thank you.
Thank you, Agent Bevins. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Chief Patrol Agent of the Border Patrol Academy, Jason D. Owens. Before I invite Chief Patrol Agent Owens to the podium, I'd like to tell you a little bit about him. Jason D. Owens assumed command as Chief Patrol Agent of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy on May 10, 2020. As a member of the Senior Executive Service, he leads one of the largest law enforcement academies in the United States, providing strategic vision, leadership, and technical direction for both basic resident and advanced non-resident courses. Prior to his appointment, he served as Chief Patrol Agent in the Holton sector, responsible for border security operations for the entire state of Maine. Chief Owens has also served as the Deputy Chief Patrol Agent in the Laredo sector, responsible for directing the U.S. Border Patrol operations along the 171-mile stretch of the U.S.-Mexico border and commanding over 1,900 agents and support personnel. Chief Owens entered on duty in 1996 with the 325th session of the United States Border Patrol Academy. He was initially assigned to the Calexico, California station, where he was promoted to senior patrol agent and supervisory border patrol agent. In 2001, Chief Owens successfully completed selection courses for both the Border Patrol Tactical Unit, known as BORTAC, and the Border Patrol Search, Trauma, and Rescue Team, known as 4-STAR. After promoting field operations supervisor at BORTAC headquarters in El Paso, Texas, he led several counter-narcotics and counterterrorism operations, including deployments to Honduras, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Iraq. Chief Owens is a nationally registered paramedic, holds a master's degree in accountancy from Shorter University, and a master's degree in national security strategy from the National War College. He is a graduate of the CBP Leadership Institute, the American University Key Executive Leadership Program, and the Department of Homeland Security Senior Executive Service Candidate Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Patrol Agent Jason D. Owens.
Class 1137, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And to all of our friends and family joining us via live stream, welcome. We're glad you could join us. We know that you wish you could be here in person. We wish the very same thing, but nonetheless, we can feel you with us today. Abraham Lincoln said, most men can withstand adversity, but if you want to test their character, give them power. You've shown over the past several months, not just here at the Academy, but what you've dealt with in our new environment with COVID-19, that you have it in you to deal with adversity. Nobody can take that away from you. You've proven yourselves, and that's why you sit here today. That's why you wear that patch on your left shoulder that so very few have ever earned the honor and privilege of wearing. Can you deal with the power? To answer this question, you have to ask yourselves, what does it mean to be law enforcement? And what does it mean to be a United States Border Patrol agent? First and foremost, and always, we are public servants. That is a responsibility not to be taken lightly. And it is a job that cannot be done without the public's trust, without the trust of those we serve. You're going to be asked to get in the way of danger to keep others safe. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter whether or not they like you. It doesn't matter whether or not they agree with you. You're going to be asked to put yourselves in harm's way to protect this country, its people, their way of life, and our values. That is the mission. As law enforcement officers, you have a great amount of authority, including, in the right circumstances, depriving somebody of their two most cherished possessions, their life and their liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, that cannot be underscored. The weight of that responsibility must always be with you. That power that you have can never be abused. If that trust is violated by those we serve, that power goes away. Our ability to do this job goes away. And so, as law enforcement officers, each and every one of us across the country that wears this badge, that wears the patch, one of our biggest responsibilities is to nourish and safeguard that trust always and forever. That is the mantle you assume today when you receive that badge. As Border Patrol agents, Have you given any thought to what that means? This is a job like no other in law enforcement. You are asked to go places most people don't want to go. You're asked to do a job most people don't want to do. And you are expected to do it better than anyone else could do it. You're going to be alone in a remote setting. Most of the time you are going to be outnumbered. You're not going to know who you are encountering. The adversary that faces you is determined and dangerous in the form of cartels, smugglers, criminals, sexual predators. The list goes on. The training you have received today and the continued training you will receive at your stations from your field training units is second to none. It has prepared you to be able to do that job and to do it well. That mindset that will see you through to make the right decisions and get you home safely at the end of every shift is what matters now. Your family. We talked about this earlier. At the end of every shift, at the end of every career, at the end of every accomplishment, you need to look behind you and look beside you. See who's standing next to you. Those are your family. Those are your friends. Those are the ones that matter to you. Those are the ones that are with you when the chips are down. You owe it to them to do the same. Never take for granted or forget the importance they have in your lives and in what you do. I would say for many of you, the reason you do what you do is in large part because of them. They are joining us here today by any means possible to share this with you. That should tell you something. Never take that for granted. And the mission. Nothing less than the security of this great nation that has given us all so much. You've heard this cliche thousands of times before, I'm sure. There are plenty of jobs out there. If somebody has a bad day, an order gets wrong, somebody doesn't get their food, they get a package delivered late. Here, if you have a bad day, people can die. Here, if you have a bad day, people's lives are affected. Hence the mindset and why it is so important. Never forget why you are doing what you are doing. To keep that balance, to keep that perspective, you need to have those priorities straight in your head at all times. And guess what the first one is? It is your family. Many of you will find that you can deal with any kind of adversity and issues at work as long as there is peace and balance at your house, at your home, in your family. Many of you will find that the opposite is not true. Find that balance. Prioritize your family. That will enable you to do this job better and be safe. Keep your focus. The priorities to your country. The people that you serve. Never let slip from your mind why you do what you do and who you serve. Who is entrusting you with this power. This organization. Not only are you responsible for going out and enforcing the laws of this great nation, but you are now charged with preserving the legacy of this organization and safeguarding the values that make it great. You are the ambassadors for the United States Border Patrol. You are going to be asked. You're going to be quizzed. People are going to want to know. You need to know what you are part of. You need to know the acts of those that have come before you. You need to know the contributions that this organization has made in the name of keeping this country and its people safe. That is the message that the American people want and deserve to hear. Nothing short of the objective truth about who we are and what we do. And it is incumbent upon each and every one of us to be that ambassador. And finally, you have a priority to yourself. You have worked so hard and gone through so much to get to this position. And none of us sitting here today can put into words the career and the experience that awaits you. You owe it to yourself to make the most of it. Take advantage of every opportunity and take time to step back and appreciate when you accomplish something. If you haven't taken a moment to step back and think about what you have just accomplished in these past 6 months and more, you're not being fair to yourself. There's a reason why you applied for this job. You looked at the position and you thought, why not? It looks like fun, or it looks like something that I want to be a part of. You had that adventurous side that made you go for it, and here you sit. There's going to be so many opportunities like that throughout the course of your career. I encourage you to take advantage of each one. I have said this 1,000 times. If you get bored in the United States Border Patrol, you are not trying, because there is something here for everybody. Take advantage of it. Become a part of that legacy. Remember our history and impart it on those that come after you. That's important. Ladies and gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the very best. It is my hope that each and every one of you make it home safely at the end of every shift to those that love you. It is my hope that our paths cross again down the trail, and I look forward to seeing the great accomplishments that you're going to do in the course of your career. Take care, God bless, Godspeed, and honor first.
Thank you, Chief, for those inspiring words. The training of the Border Patrol agent is a joint effort between the United States Border Patrol Academy and the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, FLETC. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce FLETC Program Specialist Robert E. Smoot.
Good morning. Again, I'd like to add my congratulations. More so than some of the classes that came before you, this academy was normal. Yours was much less than normal. A few days before the class graduates, we go in, we poll the class, we ask them to vote. We ask them to vote on a student in their class that most exemplifies the core values of a federal law enforcement officer. Once they have voted, we present that individual with the Director's Leadership Award. On behalf of Director Tom Walters, Site Director Terry Todd, it was my pleasure to present the Director's Leadership Award for the 1137th session of the Border Patrol Academy. The class is voted, and I have Matthew James join me on the stage. The Director's Leadership Award comes with a letter, and I'll read the letter. Dear Mr. James, congratulations. I am pleased to announce that you have been selected by your classmates as the student who most exemplifies the core values of a federal law enforcement officer. Therefore, you are the recipient of the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center Director's Leadership Award for the 1137th session of the Border Patrol Academy. A partnership of agency representatives and FLETC staff has determined that the values essential for a law enforcement officer include integrity, fairness, respect, honesty, courage, and compassion. It is apparent to your classmates that you have distinguished yourself early in your law enforcement career by clearly and consistently demonstrating the above stated core values. At the recommendation of your fellow students, I am pleased that this award is to be presented to you. It is with confidence I trust you will continue to demonstrate these same values throughout your law enforcement career. A copy of this letter will be forwarded to Chief Jason D. Owens for inclusion in your personnel file. Congratulations, sincerely, Thomas J. Walters, Director.
Thank you, Mr. Snoop. Border Patrol Academy letter of commendation and the academic award will now be presented. You'll notice that our awards are named in honor of our fallen heroes, known as our silent partners. For those of you family and friends joining us on the live stream, I want to play a short video for you now to help you better understand that program and why it's so important to us.
If you look around the room, the men and women that are wearing this uniform right now, most every one of us knows somebody that's given their lives to go out and do this job long enough, it's going to happen. Here at the Academy, our motto is, we honor the fallen by training for living.
Hello, my name is Mila Gonzalez, and I'm the Silent Partner Coordinator. The Silent Partner Program was established in 2009. And the purpose is to honor all of our fallen mounted watchmen, inspectors, pilots, agents, and supervisors that have paid the ultimate sacrifice defending this country in the United States Border Patrol since 1919. It's my privilege to be the voices of these families to the students whenever a family is not available to come to the Academy personally. On the students' very first day, I introduced myself and the program to them. And I have the opportunity to also assign and pair each student with their very own silent partner. Sometimes, on very special occasions, the families of the fallen are there along with me, and they present their son's card, or their husband's card, or daughter's card to a student. And everybody gains strength from that presentation from each family. On the day of their graduation, the top students are awarded special honors, and these honors are named after our silent partners. If a family of the fallen is not available to attend graduation and present an award on behalf of their loved one, I call and ask them, do you mind making a brief video to our graduates and congratulating them on their achievements? And they're overwhelmed and they're very happy to share because they are very proud of this program. And here's a brief video of one of these very special families.
My name is Maria Vera Vega, and this one has been Javier Vega. We are the parents of fallen Border Patrol agent Javier Harvey Vega Jr. Javier and I would like to congratulate you on this great accomplishment of becoming a U.S. Border Patrol agent. In July of 2019, we visited the Border Patrol Academy in Artesia, New Mexico. We had no idea how rigorous your training was and how much material we had to learn. I know that it must have been very hard, but we're proud of you. We're proud of this great accomplishment, and we would like to thank you for never giving up. To those of you that carry a silent partner card, I would like you to know that it means a lot to us families of the agents that are no longer here with us. Please carry those silent partner cards with you and carry them with pride. These agents are just like you. They had goals just like you, started out just like you, and ended up graduating and becoming Border Patrol agents.
1137. The Trina McLaughlin Award recognizes graduates who epitomize the leadership traits sought after within the United States Border Patrol. The Trina McLaughlin Award for Leadership reads, on September 14, 2009, Supervisory Board Patrol Agent Trina McLaughlin died of liver failure as a result of being stuck with a syringe and needle while searching a vehicle in Temecula, California. Agent McLaughlin served in the United States Border Patrol for 18 years and was a member of the 167th session of the Border Patrol Academy. Agent McLaughlin's life and career were cut short, but her memory will be forever honored. Border Patrol Agents Dustin Ellis and Matthew James, please come forward. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility, aside from the same strict training regimen as the rest of the class. The award for leadership commends the section leaders for their devotion to duty, leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Thank you, Agent Allison James. Congratulations on earning the Trinity McLaughlin Award for Leadership. The Jose P. Gomez Jr. Award for Excellence recognizes a graduate with the highest score in the Physical Techniques program. The award reads, on April 21, 1978, Border Patrol Agent Jose P. Gomez Jr. was tracking a group of illegal aliens about 25 miles north of Eagle Pass, Texas, when he was reported missing. It is presumed that Agent Gomez fell into the nearby canal on the ground. Border Patrol Agent Gomez's memory will always be on it and will not be forgotten. Border Patrol Agent Kyle T. Johnson, please come forward. Due to the physical demands of the position, Border Patrol agents are expected to be in good physical condition. Today's recipient has exceeded the challenging requirements and expectations for this award. His achievement demonstrates that physical fitness is a priority and sets an example for others to follow. Congratulations on earning the Jose P. Gomez Jr. Award for Excellence in Physical Techniques. Thank you, Agent Johnson. The Victor C. Ochoa Award for Excellence recognizes a graduate with the highest score in the driver training program. This award reads, on March 11, 1983, Victor C. Ochoa was involved in a traffic accident while on duty in the Casa Grande station in Tucson sector. Agent Ochoa was transported by helicopter to St. Joseph Hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Border Patrol Agent Stephen Shelby, please come forward. Today's recipient exceeded the challenging requirements and expectations of a novice driver through perseverance and hard work. His performance exemplifies the high level of attention to detail required to safely operate a motor vehicle during stressful situations. Congratulations, sir, on earning the Victor C. Ochoa Award for Excellence in Driver Training. The Agustin de la Pena Award for Excellence is awarded to the graduate with the highest score in firearms training. The award reads, on August 2, 1925, Patrol Inspector Agustin de la Pena succumbed to injuries he received from a gunshot wound during the course of his duties as a patrol inspector. His ultimate sacrifice will always be honored. Border Patrol Agent Stephen Shelby, please come forward. This award signifies that the graduate has earned the distinction of achieving the highest firearms qualification score, demonstrating efficiency and skill in the use of his service weapon. Congratulations on earning the Agustin de la Peña Award for Excellence in Firearms Training. At this time, we'll now recognize the graduate with the highest academic achievement. The Catherine M. Hill Award acknowledges a graduate with the highest combined academic score in this session. The award reads, Senior Patrol Agent Catherine M. Hill died in a single vehicle accident while performing patrol duties in the Tijuana River Valley early in the morning of October 25, 2002. Agent Hill was a graduate of the 419th session of the United States Border Patrol Academy and was assigned to the Imperial Beach Station at the time of her death. Border Patrol Agent Wyatt D. Bevins, please come forward. This award for academic excellence signifies a graduate ranks #1 overall among their peers and averaging a score for operations, Spanish, and law. A dedicated performance that exemplifies the level of excellence embodied by past recipients and makes him highly deserving of the honor bestowed by this award. Congratulations on earning the Catherine M. Hill Award for Academic Excellence. Our final award is presented on behalf of the Chief of the Border Patrol Academy to the individual who embodies and demonstrates by their actions during training the U.S. Border Patrol Academy's guiding principles. This award is named in honor of Border Patrol Agent Jeffrey Ramirez. The award reads, Border Patrol Agent Jeffrey Ramirez entered on duty Monday, September 1, 2008, and graduated as a member of Session 810. Agent Ramirez developed a duty-related illness that resulted in his death on September 15, 2012. Agent Ramirez's life and career were tragically cut short, but his memory will be forever honored. Earning this award is Border Patrol Agent Matthew C. James. Agent James, please come forward. This prestigious honor is awarded by the session supervisors on behalf of the Border Patrol Academy's Chief Patrol Agent. It's based on, among other things, attitude, demeanor, and integrity. This award signifies that the graduate supervisors have agreed and the Chief has approved that the chosen recipient most epitomizes the highest of values of the Border Patrol Agent. Congratulations on earning the Jeffrey Ramirez Chiefs Award. Okay, for those of you who are joining us via live stream, we very much appreciate that you're with us. At this time, we're going to take a short 5-minute intermission. Welcome back to our streaming audience. At this time, we'll move forward to the portion you've all been waiting for. The graduating class will now be presented with their badge and credentials, signifying that they have met the required qualifications needed to be Border Patrol agents. I will now turn the podium over to Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Eric Gonzalez.
Adrián Andrade Ariano. Nestor Batiz Velázquez. Danelle Benjamin. Wyatt Bevins. Jaime Chavez. Ginger Corona. Richard Cruz. Pedro Elizondo. Dustin Ellis. Edmundo Galván Jr. Itrell Gray. Roberto Gutierrez Jr. Hale. Eduardo Hurtado. Matthew Jackson. Matthew James. Kyle Johnson. Roland Martinez. Armando Méndez. Matthew Palmer. Lorraine Partida. Cynthia Plasencia. Richard Quiñones. Rivera Miranda. Scout Sanchez. Matthew Shellis. Aaron Sells. Stephen Shelby. Noah Taylor. Agapito Treviño. Luis Varela. Humberto Velázquez. Kevin Williams.
Graduates, please stand and prepare for the oath of office.
Class, stand.
All right, class 1137, the moment you've been waiting for. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Adrian G. Andrade Arellano, Nestor Patis Velázquez,
Danelle Benjamin.
Wyatt D. Bevins.
Isaac Chavez Jr.,
Ginger Corona.
Richard Cruz, Pedro Elizondo,
Dustin Ellis.
Edmundo Galvan Jr., Terrell Gray,
Roberto Gutierrez.
Sonia G. Hale.
Eduardo Hurtado, Matthew Jackson,
Matthew James.
Kyle T. Johnson,
Roland Martinez.
Armando Mendez, Matthew Palmer,
Lorraine A. Partida.
Cynthia M. Placencia.
Richard E. Quinones.
Armando Rios, Gustavo Rivera,
Scout E. Sanchez.
Matthew Shellis.
Aaron J. Sells,
Stephen Shelby. Noah Clark Taylor.
Agapito Treviño, Luis R. Varela,
Humberto Velázquez. Kevin A. Williams.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
on which I am about to enter.
on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Class 1137, congratulations.
Agents, please be seated.
Class, seats.
Again, congratulations, class 1137. Yours, as pointed out in your class speech, has been a unique and challenging journey. You've demonstrated the resolve and the perseverance needed to get to this day, which leaves me confident that you have the same qualities that will carry you forward in your careers. And that is now your charge when you leave here from this academy. Carry forward for the remainder of your career and live by that credo, honor first. I believe you're well suited and ready to do that. Congratulations, Godspeed. In closing, I want to thank the friends and family who have joined us via streaming services to be here for this day. We are proud to have your loved ones join our ranks and our family, and by extension, you have joined that extended Green family. We thank you for your support of them during this time. This is going to conclude our ceremonies, and we will now dismiss the class.